Well, good morning, gas buddies out there. It is March 97th. Okay, it's not March 97th, but I think it feels like that. And of course, there's a meme going on about how it's March 97th. Regardless, it's the last day of March. It's obviously been a really long month for everyone, at least me. I'm still in my home office, as you can see. Things are starting to drag on. I can only look out the window and see the low prices just like you. So we're all holed up, but kind of a brief review here. And by the way, if you have any questions or comments, leave those and we'll try to get to the answers at the end of this segment. So feel free to post up questions. I'll get to them here at the end, but kind of a run of the mill. What happened in March? It's been a long month. I'm glad it's almost over. You also know gas prices have been plunging. In fact, last Friday we hit $1.99 a gallon. It's the first time since 2016 that we've seen the national average below $1.99, and it's going to go lower yet. These prices today may look rather expensive, especially if you're on the West Coast. By the way, congratulations, California. You finally got to $2.99. $2.99, that's right. California just fell under $3, and you have a long way to go. So if you're in California and you're on E, try to ride it as long as you can because prices are still going down. But for the rest of us, it's been a tremendous March. Prices now have declined about 45, call it 50 cents a gallon this month, and we could continue to see prices moving down. To look at my notes here, all of this, of course, due to the coronavirus, people staying home. OPEC, remember, had that meeting March 5th because demand was lower, and instead of cutting oil production, they raised oil production. So, well, not that we can enjoy low prices, unfortunately, but that is what is leading to the ultra low prices that we're seeing today. Obviously, we have a lot more room to go down. Like I said, the national average could go down another 35 to 50 cents. That would put us somewhere around $1.49 a gallon. California is going to be a bigger decline. They're higher, so the states that have higher prices have more room to go down. So don't be in any rush to fill. Now, it hasn't been an even drop across the states. We've seen areas, especially areas here in the Great Lakes. I guess I'm a unfortunate winner here, and that some of the prices on average have plummeted the most here in the Great Lakes. So if you're in Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, Illinois, you've seen the biggest and quickest drops in the nation. In fact, to look at some of these and relay them to you, average prices in Wisconsin down 78 cents per gallon in the last month. Michigan down 66 cents per gallon. Ohio down 65 cents per gallon. And by the way, Ohio, hat tip to you. You saw First Station under $1 per gallon an hour ago. So Ohio has just joined that 99-cent club. There's one station in Cleveland at 99 cents a gallon, but Illinois down 61 cents in the last month, Kentucky 59 cents, so on and so forth. And that begs the question, what the heck is going on the West Coast because prices are so much higher there? Well, just before the coronavirus hit, I'm sure many of you may not even remember it. It seems like forever ago, but there was a refinery fire in LA that caused prices to spike just before coronavirus started pushing them back down. So California kind of started high and is playing catch up now. And that's why California could drop another $1 a gallon here over the coming weeks. Where do we go from here? Well, like I just said, we're still going to go down a considerable amount. National average, I'm guessing $1.49 a gallon sometime in April. That's certainly a possibility. Another, call it 50-cent decline coming. Summer gas prices still. A lot of you have been asking, what does this do? We obviously can't fill our tanks right now, or we shouldn't be going out. So are we going to be able to see any low prices this summer? And I think we're at the point where yes, low prices are going to stick around for a good portion of the summer. Now, they may go up a little bit eventually. I think that's nearly a guarantee, but don't be too worried. We'd be talking about prices going up to maybe $2 a gallon. So keep in mind, we have a long way to fall. Prices, once the situation starts to improve, will start going back up. But like I said, we'll be talking about summer gas prices that are still well below where they've been in past years. So a little bit of optimism here, everyone, right? It's kind of depressing. We're all at home. People are losing their jobs. It's not fun. But hopefully, if we get this situation resolved, if coronavirus slows down, if we do our part to stay home, we still may have some low gas prices around this summer to enjoy. Maybe plan for a road trip. We'll have to see. So, demand, that's the other portion. I'm sure a lot of you know economics, right? Supply and demand. Demand is down for gasoline, obviously. A lot of us are parked at home. That's really the difference here, is that it's pushing gas prices much lower. We've never before seen something like this before, where gasoline demand goes from 400 million gallons down to maybe half of that, 200 million gallons a day, because so many Americans are staying home. The other point to hit on that a lot of people have been asking too, what about diesel prices? Well, diesel's a little bit different. A lot of the trucks on the road still are filling up with diesel, and there's still pretty good diesel demand. So diesel prices will fall another 50 cents a gallon or so, maybe $1. But diesel prices are not going to fall as low as gasoline. And no, it's not the byproduct anymore. It's really gasoline is the byproduct of producing diesel. Diesel is much more desirable right now for refineries to run. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of people thought that diesel was the byproduct. That's not really true anymore. So also, if any of you are out there, family members lost their jobs, trying to save some money, keep in mind, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but GasBuddy, if you don't know, has a pay card that can save you up to 25 cents a gallon. We call it Deal Alerts. So if you don't have the Pay with GasBuddy card, go into the app today, sign up. It links to your checking account. Of course, it's free, but you can save some money, or tell a loved one to save some money, refer them over, and help them out through these tough times. We're all in this together. So check out the Pay with GasBuddy card today. One other thing, kind of interesting here, behind the scenes on GasBuddy's side, our whole team is firing on all cylinders to keep you guys going. One of the interesting things that came up were prices are falling so quickly and so low that maybe you've seen this message before, but the app will say, are you sure this is the price? Because prices are ridiculously low and falling so fast. But thankfully our team is on it, and we are working around the clock to basically have the app working for you. So with that, I'm gonna look here and see what questions we have today. First question, why is gas so high? At $21 a barrel, it should be about $1 a gallon. Why aren't we seeing that everywhere? Well, some of those calculations were made 10, 12 years ago during the recession in 2008. Keep in mind, since that's happened, most states have raised their gasoline taxes, so that proportion doesn't always translate over. But what I'm saying here, though, is that $21 a barrel price, if it stays there for a few weeks, you're right, we will get closer to that $1 a gallon, but stations with low traffic, stations are not able to sell through that pricey gasoline in their tanks to pass along the full savings. That's why it's taking so long for prices to go down. Next question, how much has Missouri gone down? Well, I think maybe you're asking in the last month, because I was saying that earlier. 43 cents a gallon, which is kind of unusual. Missouri tends to have some of the lowest prices in the nation, and they also fall very quickly, but Missouri's not really on the map yet. And Missouri is certainly behind much of the other areas of the Great Lakes, so that is a surprise. Propane, Todd has a question about propane. Basically any petroleum prices, whether it's oil, whether it's gasoline, diesel, jet fuel for airlines, everything's plunging. But of course, if you're buying propane at your local hardware store, propane is a little bit different of a beast. Demand is lower, and those prices are in many cases fixed. So unless you're going to a local dealer that offers a refill on a tank, propane is still going to be probably about the same price. If you're like me, you go to a hardware store and do a cylinder exchange, and you're still paying the same price. So keep that in mind. But with that, kind of to reiterate points, March went out like a lion. Prices have been plunging across the country, and we'll continue to see that. Another, like I said, 35, maybe 50 cent a gallon decline, except in the West Coast. It's going to be much more than that. Gas prices in California could come down another $1 a gallon. Like I said, they just hit $2.99 today. 29 states are $1 lower at $1.99 per gallon. California is going to catch up eventually, I hope. But that's where we are today. So if you don't need gas, don't fill up. Prices are coming down. The other thing to keep in mind is when you fill up, if you are filling up, keep in mind the dozens of people that are probably using the same pump, filling it up, lifting the handle up, touching all the buttons. So it might be a good idea for you to bring some wipes or hand sanitizer. Leave your car door open when you fill up so you don't have to touch the surfaces after you've touched that dirty gas pump handle. So just some tips on keeping it sanitary. Other than that, we appreciate all your price reports. Like I said, if you're a family member, need to save some money on gasoline, sign up for the Pay with GasBuddy card. We have deal alerts. It can save you up to 25 cents a gallon. But we'll be back in a few days with another video. Any comments that you ask here after the video has gone live, we'll try to get to next time. So with that, we will see you soon, guys. Stay safe out there.